Good morning. It is Sunday, and it means it's time for Commissioner Pick, week 4. I got no kids this morning, so I think I might go into a little bit more breakdown, and then also want to hop into current standings for the league. Just a little bit more detail today since I got the time. But let's get it started off. We'll go reverse order. We'll go with JJ is JK Dobbins versus yours truly, your Trulies. Whatever. Alright, so here's my take on this. Anthony Richardson kind of still looks like the guy from Florida. Not sure he's being leveraged the way he should be in Indiana. And I'm always excited to watch him, but I'm not really happy to have him if I'm Indiana at this point, especially with Jaden Daniels doing so much already. I think you probably get a little upset there. As far as fantasy goes, though, 18 points is probably doable. Let's see what he's been up to lately. What the hell, internet? Yeah, that's kind of how it feels. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it facing him, that's for sure. Patrick Mahomes, he's been okay. I mean, he's a great quarterback, but the fantasy value has not been super awesome. I'm not worried about him. I think 24 points against the Chargers is doable. So, yeah, let's see how that works out. I'm going to give myself the advantage there so far. Tony Pollard, Saquon Barkley, that's not a competition. Jahmyr Gibbs, Justice Hill, again, not a competition. So, easy wins right there. Let's see, J.K. Dobbins, Robinson, Garrett Wilson, Khalil Shakir versus Ayuk. Man. Jameson in Detroit. It started off hot, but let's see what that goes. I'm actually concerned he won't even get to 10 points. Thank God for CeeDee Lamb, though. Whoop, whoop. And then Chris Olave dealing with a hamstring injury today against the Falcons. I think the Falcons secondary actually would probably do a good enough job of shutting him down. I'm not too excited to have him on my fantasy team, to tell you the truth. Especially against this weekend. It's a lose-lose for me no matter what. But I actually do like my wide receiver flex groups that we've got going on here more than JJ's is J.K. Dobbins. So I'll give me a slight advantage there. At the super flex, Zay Flowers versus Lamar. No competition there unless Zay Flowers goes off. Of course, it does kind of negate my Lamar Jackson, though, doesn't it? So that's a tricky little play for you. Jake Ferguson doing what he should do. Pat Freiermuth, I don't know if we're going to see them youth is loose, but we'll have to see. Certainly a possibility. The kid's got talent, but just not using him very much. Let's see what he's been up to lately. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad about it. That's a solid showing for your tight end. I think I might end up losing this one. Yeah, I actually do. I'm going to give this one to JJ's J.K. Dobbins. All right, let's go to Tyreek's cardiac arrest versus Linden's team. 3-0 versus 1-2. Linden, buddy, it's probably not your year, dude. Sam Darnold at quarterback's been a fun story. Kirk Cousins, I think, is going to get better, so that's good for you. And if Sam Darnold can keep it up, and I don't think he can, but if he can, I actually give you the W's on the quarterback side here. All right, let's take a look at running backs here. Tajay Spears, obviously you're not too excited to have him as your RB2 here. Etienne and that team in general looked bad last week. So hoping for a comeback game this weekend, but against Houston, not super confident that's going to happen. Jerome Ford has been fine. Let's see what his output's been. Yeah, he's been fine. I thought he actually looked pretty good. I would say maybe check him to go over on the 13 points this weekend against Las Vegas, who something's up with that team. I don't know if the mercenaries gave up or what, but last week was wild for them. Getting into our flex positions here, I mean, I think Derrick Henry actually is going to get more usage. I know they said they don't want to use him for 20 touches or whatever number they threw out there, but I think you're gonna. I think you lied to us. The days of Cordell Patterson, maybe they're in the future, but they certainly haven't been in the past recently. Chuba Hubbard looked good. Brandon Cooks, that's disappointing. Stephon Diggs actually is interesting this weekend. So Tank Dell is out. Nico Collins is hurt. And Diggs is just a volume play here. I could absolutely see Diggs going for, I don't know, like 990 and 2 touchdowns or something. Maybe even breaking 100. What's he been up to lately? Last game he was 1094 and no touchdowns. Yeah, that's dangerous. I could see that for sure this weekend happening with at least 1 touchdown. So I think a monster game's in line for Stephon this weekend. Nah, damn. Might want to get this guy out. He's not doing you any favors, Lyndon, but I don't think it's going to matter for you, buddy. Yeah, your team needs some work, my man. Get the Red Rocket in there. Trade out a quarterback if you can, maybe. Goddamn Devontae Adams, dude, that sucks. Bummer, dude. You're not going to go getting a win this weekend, though. Nice job, Tyreek's cardiac arrest, moving up to 4-0. All right, Turd Ferguson's versus Dodd Take Mahokes. We got Eric versus Ian here. 2 1-2 teams. Let's see. Quarterbacks, we got Jared Goff and CJ Stroud. You got to love that. Nice job, Eric. Aaron Rodgers versus... That sucks, dude. Ian, I thought you were competing this year, buddy. Happy birthday, you son of a bitch. Hope you had a great time last night. All right, looking at running backs here. Alvin Kamara dealing with an injury against Atlanta. I do think you can run on Atlanta. I hate to say it. I don't want to say it. It's not good. This is going to be a bad day for Falcons, I feel like. Very disappointing day. Cam Akers, I think he's going to be... I think 11 points is on Johnny on the spot. I think that's it right there, 11 points. Bijan at 18. Yeah, I like it. I think that's definitely doable. Just checking out what he's been doing. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I think he needs to be over 100 yards today. 120 yards cumulative, I would say, for that to happen. But let's see what happens. I like the Gibson play. Actually, I think it's a sneaky play. Zach Moss. I feel like Zach Moss could give us a little bit of a game here. I think Zach Moss, honestly, has looked pretty all right. I mean, he doesn't... Maybe I'm just missing it. Bengals look weird this year. They look like they're missing Joe Mixon, Zach Moss. I don't know if they're just not using him as a pass catcher or what. But I think he looks good enough to lean on. Really disappointing season so far for Cade Otton. I was pretty big on him coming into the season, and it just doesn't look like we have enough passing volume, I guess, for Cade to get fed. Because, yeah, that sucks. And it's not going to be better today. Alec Pierce has looked good. JSN... I can't believe you have JSN. That reminds me, I need to slap Aubrey. Jamar Chase. Great wide receivers here. Xavier Worthy. God. You got MHJ too. I can see why you thought you were going to be competing this year, Ian. A little bit disappointing now, but Marvin Harrison obviously is starting to really kick it up. Kyle Pitts sucks, by the way. And anyone can quote me to say that. He sucked coming in. He was disappointing. He sucked every year since then. He's not a good fucking tight end, and he's even worse for the NFL. Not a good tight end. Yeah, I'm a little butthurt by that pick still. Greg the Leg, disappointing last week, but I think he gets it together. 10 points is doable. I think Eric takes it, though. I think Eric takes it. I think Kelsey starts to see a resurgence as he gets unfat from the offseason. I like what he's got going on at quarterbacks. Running backs are good. If you just could maybe not have Cade Otton in your flex position, Eric. But I don't think it's going to matter this weekend. Oh, because Thielen's on IR. You probably had him there. That makes sense. Benches are wild in this league. Fucking Mike Thomas, Kadarius Toney, What a fucking weirdo. Yep, I'm going to give it to Eric. Good job, Eric. All right, let's check out Caleb Williams. Come on down versus Mike's Mehow team. Mike, you should have taken my Huntley trade, bro. I'm just joking. That was a bad trade. I know. I'm not even going to really break this one down. This ought to be an easy win for Mike. Let's just give it one little glance. Kyle Juszczyk. Disappointing Devin Singletary game. That's like the first one for him this year, I think, right? Yeah, his worst one so far. That sucks. That's all right. Najee's actually, I think Najee's looking okay. Excuse me, just dying here. DK Metcalf, guy's such a freak, man. What a fucking animal. Really been digging that relationship on that team between him and Geno. Darnell Mooney's look great. What a great freaking flex position to have right now. T. Higgins is back. That's enough you need to say there. Nico Collins, I don't think he gets to 18 points this weekend, but he certainly could against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jalen Waddle. What are you doing with Jalen Waddle, Mike? Like, as a fantasy manager, as a Miami Dolphin guy, what do you do? What do you do with him? Damn, sucks. So disappointing. Not even his fault. Just high hopes for him coming into the year, and it's not going to pan out. I think Drake London's kind of on what we're talking about with the few other guys, which I think it's going to get better as the year goes on. Certainly seeing some flash from him, which I do like. Same with Sam Laporta. I think Sam Laporta is going to continue to get better as the year goes on. And fucking tight ends have been weird this year. Rashee Rice has looked absolutely gangster. Keep riding that wave. Yeah, it should be an easy win here for you. All right, let's call our PNW Mike versus our South Florida Mike. So Caleb Williams, for those who aren't aware. Caleb Williams getting the win, going to 4-0. Love it. Cancer Boys, I think, Vince, I think I've picked you correctly twice and missed once, which is not bad for me, for you. What are you going to do today, though? Are you going to win? Are you going to make me look like a fool by saying you're going to win? Josh Allen, Will Levis, Joe Burrow, Jacoby Brissett, solid quarterbacks in this league. Running backs, wow. That's playing out nicely for you boys on the Hydra team. What a fun little pickup that was for y'all. Damn. Putting out those numbers. A few more weeks of that, man. That's all you need, too. You get into the playoffs if you get to 6 wins, probably. Maybe not. Don't quote me on it. I just talk shit on here and hope it plans out. All right. Let's take a look at your flex positions. These are fun. I like these. I think Amari Cooper's going to have a good game. I actually think Ladd McConkey has to have a good game in order for that game to stay close. Josh Downs, we don't really have a whole lot from him there. Yeah, that's what I thought. Chicago at 4.2. You're just hoping for a small bump at the least, a small bump this weekend against against Pittsburgh. I think that happens. But Pittsburgh's been super stout on defense. So, yeah, let's see what happens. But I think that could be fun. Wide receivers. Justin Jefferson. Man, the DJ Moore memes right now are outrageous. Not helping the Caleb Williams deal, but I still think you got to make that trade. So let's see what happens there. I'm going to give the win to Vince. But that might actually mean that the Hydra team wins. All right, let's take a look now. Peter Straight Cash Homie versus our special little friend Aubrey. Santos little helper. Aubrey. Anyway, good win, Peter. Look, my hardballs. Andy Reid versus JP's all-rookie team. 98.85 for JP versus 103. Wow, an absolute barn burner here between two absolute monster teams. Trevor Lawrence. Nice paycheck, buddy. Gardner Minshew. Dude, if Trevor can get that paycheck, Gardner, you should be able to. Jordan Love, is he back? Is he playing? It looks like it. They got 20 points up there for projections. I didn't think he was playing this weekend. So that's cool. And Jaden Daniels. My God. 50% of his points coming from his run game right now. 50% coming from his passing game. Got to expect that passing game's going to get a little bit better. But, man, he's been fun to watch. All right, let's get into the less exciting pieces here. Amir Abdullah, Chase Brown, Tracy, Wilson, Hopkins, Shaheed, Adunze, and Addison. Man, you know Shaheed's going to put up a fucking stupid stat line, like 3 and 70 and like 2. God, that sucks to say out loud, but he's going to. Otherwise, I don't really care for many of these players. I think Addison has been kind of disappointing, right? Let's take a look here. But Adunze, I am excited for against the Rams. Yeah, I mean, he's been injured, right? So maybe he comes back. But can Sam Darnold keep him and Justin Jefferson, proficient? I don't think so. Gabe Davis is hurt, and also he's Gabe Davis. Go Knights. Nice loss yesterday. George Kittle is back, and I know that makes you happy. I'm going to say George Kittle is back. He actually is going to win the game for you. And I'm going to give the win, moving you to 1-3 to Ligma Hardballs, Andy Reid. Nice. Good job for you. Getting your first win. And now we got Paul's Wonderwolf team versus Sons of the Harpy. All right, here we go. Jalen Hurts at Tampa Bay. That's going to be a fun one. Tampa Bay's defense is actually pretty solid. Deshaun Watson against the Vegas Raiders. I think this is a good game if you have Deshaun Watson on your fantasy team. I think it's another weekend where he can get better. What did he do last weekend against the Giants? He was 56%, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I think that's what he does this weekend. Maybe a little over 200 yards. You'd like to see a little bit of running from him. We'll see. Bo Nix, 16 points against the Jets. I don't think it happens. We'll see. Justin Fields, 18 points against Indiana. That could happen. I could see that. Yeah. I'm going to give the W on the quarterback side over here to Paul's team. Bucky Irving versus Breece Hall. No competition, but I do think Bucky gets better as the year goes on. All right, Case Steele, Devon A-Chain. Man, he's not getting 18 points, is he? What did he do last weekend? Yeah, you're not getting 17, 18 points out of him, buddy. Similarly, probably not getting 11 points out of Case Steele or Carson Steele, whatever his name is. Yeah, I think that's an over-projection as well. Zamir White versus Rashad White. Someone's going to be disappointed in this matchup, aren't they? Rashad and Bucky Irving going against each other. Juwan Jennings, Quentin Johnson, Mike Evans, Amon Ra. Amon Ra's been a little bit disappointing this year, hasn't he? Nope, fuck me. I'm wrong. Last 2 games, he's been absolutely dynamite. Yeah, I could see why this is so tight. I actually think it'll be even tighter. I do think Paul's team puts up a fight here. I like Paul's team better here. I'm going to go with Paul's team. Paul, I'm giving you your first win of the week, buddy. Lock it in. All right, that's everything for our matchups. Let's take a quick look at our standings, though. 1, 2, 3, 4 teams sitting at 3-0. And then 3, 4, 5, 6 teams sitting at 1-2. And 1, 2, 3 teams sitting at 2-1. So honestly, like, really tight, really digging it. The sun is tearing me up. It's making my legs itch. Yeah, I mean, our league is crazy, right? 16 teams, super flex league, kind of nutty. Hope you guys are liking the bench being a little bit shorter. The waivers have definitely seemed more active, which I've enjoyed. But as far as where we're looking at for playoff expectations here, this is looking fun. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams sitting at 3-0. Obviously, they're at the top. But then you've got, I think we said 9 other teams between 1-2 and 2-1. So super tight. Going to be very fun to watch it play out. I don't remember the changes that we made this year, other than we got rid of the lottery for our picks. So make sure to consider that tanking is technically more difficult and more detrimental to your team if you tank, because we are now basing it off of your team's potential points. So basically, the more you actually suck, the better pick you're going to have. So that's good. But yeah, some changes definitely made this year. I think we made a change to the last team getting into the playoffs as well. Take a look at the bylaws, which are, if you're looking at your app, you can see it down here, and click on that little link and it'll take you there. Or just throw a question in the chat. But anyway, definitely some changes. I think it's going to be a fun year. Keep going, and don't pull an Aubrey and fucking trade for a quarterback and then not start him. As always, go Falcons.